What's going on, my trainer club? Today we're going to check out the ALOLAN Marowak Day in Pokemon Go to make sure you know exactly what the event entails. Is it going to be worth your time? And then obviously I'm going to help you guys know the 100% IVs and any counters that you are going to need for Pokemon Go. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go! Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, do you plan to participate in the ALOLAN Marowak Day in Pokemon Go? So, if this was on any other day ever, except for what's going on in the world right now, on Halloween, there's probably a good chance that a lot of us may already have some commitments. But since Halloween may not be taking place in a lot of different places, there's not so much trick-or-treating going on, we have ALOLAN Marowak Day, which is going to go on Saturday, October 31st from 11 a.m. all the way till 5 p.m. ALOLAN Marowak is going to be quite common in raids, a lot boosted. And on the Marowak Raid Day, we are going to be getting 5 free raid passes. However, you have to use them in sequential order, meaning you're gonna have to do raid number 1. After you do raid number 1, you're gonna get raid number 2, raid number 3, raid number 4, raid number 5. So at a minimum, you do not get these for free in bulk. You have to do it just as a daily pass and use it in sequential order. So the minimum amount I'm gonna recommend that you guys do is gonna be 5. When we did do the starter Pokemon raid day, the shinies were pretty common. So it's gonna be pretty common, I think, for some of us to get the shiny. So I think it's gonna be worth it to at least do 5 passes. And I do believe that if you do not do one from the day before, which would be today, that means you would roll over. However, they also said that there's gonna be a box in the shop to give you 3 additional remote raid passes. However, Darkrai is better than Marowak. If you are a raider, or if you want more of this Pokemon, you can. Shadow Bone is going to be in the game. We still do not know what that moveset's going to be like. However, I just want to point out, guys, that this moveset can be Elite TM'd at some point or another if you do already have one set up. And if it is really good and it really makes a big damage dent in your party, that would be something really good for you guys. But if not, the other thing to do would just be to raid for this and trade for this like I did talk to you guys about, and we're going to talk about later in the video. So 5 free passes in sequential order. Please make sure to do it. You have a total of 6 hours during that entire day to be able to get after it. And according to Pokebattler, which we will talk about, it can be soloed. So guys, good luck, get the shiny, get the Shadow Bone, and then if you are gonna listen to my tips later in the video, you're gonna trade with a friend that you have not been before so you can try to drop that attack and keep the defense stamina high. So good luck, congrats on all the raid passes. Obviously, the shiny ALOLAN Marowak is out. So for this Pokemon, the body is purple. It is definitely recognizable. It's not crazy recognizable, but when you see that purple bright shiny, for the body, you're definitely gonna know that it's there. Is this Pokemon really gonna be worth getting after? We have seen this Pokemon spawn in the wild during GoFest, which means that it can spawn in the wild at some future event or another. So I just wanna address this before we go over into more details, 100% IVs and everything like that. In order to get it into the Great League, which is the only viable league which we will check out, it has to have a 0 attack or a very low attack, high defensive stamina to really compete at a pretty high level. So with that said, that means you're gonna have to trade it with somebody and then get it to drop down. So it's better to just catch it from an event in the future and save your passes and use them if you have to ration them than it is to go after this ALOLAN Marowak. Because obviously, Shiny Lugia is coming out. We have Darkrai that's out right now. Really boss raid bosses. We are gonna be getting Shadow Bone. That is now gonna be the moveset catching this Pokemon. So it has taken the Pokemon from where it was and it has increased the value of this Pokemon because now it's going to be getting a move. However, you can always Elite TM this move, but at some point you may not want to do that. So we're going to check out what this move does to this Pokemon as the day gets closer. So with all that said, let's start getting into a brief overview of the counter guide, the 100% IVs to make sure you guys are ready and prepped if we do get the 5 raid passes and if you guys are going to participate regardless of what happens. The ALOLAN Marowak is going to be a fire and a ghost type Pokemon. The max CP on this Pokemon is going to be 1835, so it is only available realistically for the Great League in Pokemon Go. But since it is at 1835, that means, like I said earlier, you're gonna have to have a very low attack, high defensive stamina to optimize this Pokemon to have the best of the bulkiness, to be able to last the longest and really be tanky enough to handle all the damage that's gonna be coming at it. It is pretty good though, but it's not crazy good. Also, this Pokemon, being a ghost and a fire type, is going to have 5 weaknesses. The 5 weaknesses are going to include water, rock, and ground. And then it's also going to have Ghost as well as Dark. So Ghost is going to be weak to Ghost. This Pokemon does get Ghost moves. Dark is not going to be weak to Ghost, but Ghost on Ghost is like the same thing as Dragon on Dragon. They are strong against each other and they are weak against each other. As far as 100% IVs go, 1048 is going to be level 20 normal conditions, every condition except 2 conditions, which are going to boost it under foggy weather, not so common, or sunny weather, which is very more common, obviously, even during the winter time for some of us. The 100% IV at level 25 is going to be 1311. So those are the 200% IVs to look out for if that's something you're interested in getting. But more importantly, it's going to be better for the Go Battle League. So what are going to be the IVs for that? ALOLAN Marowak is going to be ranked 107 in the Great League. So this Pokemon is just above 100. So there are definitely better Pokemon out there. However, it does do work, and when used appropriately, a lot of players that are really deep into PvP definitely like this Pokemon. The moveset on this Pokemon is going to be Fire Spin. It does get Shadow Ball, really powerful charge move, and then it also gets Bone Club. Bone Club is spammy, however, it doesn't do a tremendous amount of damage, and it's a ground move, which isn't stab boosted bonus, but that's okay. However, the best optimized IVs for this Pokemon are going to be a 0-14-14. The level 1 ranked one is at a level 33.5. You can catch it at a level 25 if it is boosted, so it's going to take some Stardust to power it up. Obviously, you're going to need a second charge move, but then optimally, you're going to be trading it with somebody who you are not friends with to try to get as low of an attack as possible. Best friends, the minimum IV floor is going to be a 4 if you trade it. So the lowest the attack can go is to an attack value of 4, which is not really optimal. However, if you do trade it with an Ultra Friend, you're going to be able to get it into rank 4, but that's going to be if it gets the optimized moveset. So ideally speaking, like literally after the raid day is done, I would just find somebody that you've done this raid with that you are not friends with, even if you have to just add them, trade, and then delete them to try to get a good quality one for the PvP, because that's really the only thing that this Pokemon is useful for. It's definitely not even close to any meta raid attackers, and it can't really go above 1835, so it's not going to be able to enter into any other league because it's just slightly too weak than it would be if it were to try to compete in something like the Ultra League. Which leads us to, how many trainers are you going to need to take down this Pokemon? So, according to PokeBattler, big shout out to all of them, as well as Pokemon Go Hub for providing all of this information as always, you're going to be able to take it down with 1 trainer. So previously, you were not able to do this, but since I believe we've got them down into tier 3 raids, right? There's only 1, 3, and then 5-star raids, that this Pokemon has gotten easier because it says you're going to be able to beat it with 0.72 trainers, which means 1 trainer can take it down, which is really good for people that may not be in areas that are going to require more friends or more people, especially on a Halloween day event when there's potentially a lot of people that may already have plans doing other things. Which then leads us into the counters. What are going to be the top counters? I'm just going to go over a few of them for you guys. So, Megas have changed over to be able to be on an 8-hour window, which is really good for this event because the top 3 counters are going to be Mega Pokemon. Number 1 is going to be Gengar with Lick and Shadow Ball. Honestly, you can use Shadow Claw as well. Very, very close moveset for those. Encounter number 2, we have Mega Houndoom with Snarl and Foul Play combination. And then encounter number 3, we have Mega Blastoise with Water Gun and Hydro Cannon. That is going to be the Calm Day move for the Hydro Cannon on that Pokemon. And then we have 2 Shadow Pokemon as well coming right after it. And then we'll go into some regular Pokemon. We have Mewtwo, encounter spot number 5 with the Psycho Cut and Shadow Ball combination in the Shadow form, followed by Tyranitar, All Rock of the Smackdown and the Stone Edge combination. And then without the Shadow Pokemon, we're going to move into the regular Pokemon. So counter number 4 is going to be Rampardos with Smackdown and Rock Slide combination. Pokemon slightly glassy, but it's going to do work. Encounter number 5, we then have the Darkrai, which is in raids right now with Snarl and Shadow Ball. Obviously, if people are using Mega Houndoom, you can also use the Double Dark because you're going to get the stab bonus and the boost, so the Double Dark would serve better in that scenario. And like I said, the Megas, being on an 8-hour period, they're going to last for the entire duration of this raid window day, which is going to be a total of 6 hours. And then encounter number 6, we have Chandelure with Hex and Shadow Ball combination, followed by Kyogre, which is going to be Waterfall and Surf combination. So if you guys want to see any of the other counters, you can check them out over here. I'm just going to go over them briefly. I think that we've got the gist. It's not going to be too hard of a Pokemon. The Pokemon's going to go down really fast. So Thank you guys for tuning in. Likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members. Everybody takes your support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm going to see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.